Dyslexic genius here. I'm back on the Edison Triumph, and I wondered why everything was slipping. And then it dawned on me that the endgate here, this lock system here, you see this? This is too weak. Now, let me show you how to fix this. This is very easy. This unscrews.
Well, how do you know it's too weak?
When it was put together, it barely drops off. This should hold it in place. So if you have the machine set up, you have your mandrel, we have the bearing, we have this, and everything hooks up. But if this starts to slide, if you touch this, barely touch it, it falls off. This has to lock hard when it comes up. There's a spring inside here. We have a ball. I'll show you all the parts. I'm going to unscrew this. You can see a wear mark here too, right there. There's a wear mark. But there's a cool trick to this. There, it's a spring. So we have the little cup that holds it, we have the little spring, and we have the ball. So how do we untighten this without marring the outside? Well, let me show you. These are two side cutter wrench pliers I own. This one's a Husky, and I think this one's a
blue one.
A blue one. Well, you see the hole here? You see this round piece right here? And you see how this is not as round? Well, this little ball will fit in here. So what you do is you open your pliers a little, and now we have a lot of surface area, and we can tighten this up without marring the outside, because most people would take a pair of pliers or something, and we have these hardened teeth, and those will bite down on this, and it'll leave a mark. So this is how we tighten this up a little. And if you're going to buy a pair of pliers, I would look at one that has a bigger opening. These are all egg-shaped, as you can see. This one will work, but now we have a problem with the hand and the fingers holding it. So if it's bigger, like this one, now this opening in the pliers is smaller and I have more control over it. So what you do, you put the little spring in, and I would oil this. I oiled it off camera. I'm going to slide this in. Screw this on. And it gets to where the fingers, and that's too loose. So now what you do is you take the pair of pliers, grab it, support it with your finger, and give it a turn. Now, you hear that difference? This is locked in. I'd like a little more pressure. Nice and tight. See here? This is nice and tight. And why do you do this? Because you're going to set this all up, put this in, go click, and maybe you have to go crank the machine up again, and you can hit that, and it'll knock it off, and this will pop out. And after I set up all the 2-4-minute changing system, I wondered why every once in a while, because I hadn't looked at that yet, why was it stopping? Because it would just come off a little, and now we have it loose, and now it's tight. And that's how we fix this piece. And you need to check these, because, the spring gets a little weak over 100 years, and, you don't know who's fiddled with it. And that's my tip for the day.